Hey YouTube, welcome back to Cosplay Misfits channel. I'm Siaori.
I'm Anna.
And I'm Havoc.
Today we're going to talk about the awesome Marvel movie, Black Panther. Spoiler warning.
So many spoilers. If you haven't seen it, turn around now.
Yeah, seriously, don't watch. We can't be held accountable for what we say.
This is going to be full of spoilers. Spoilerific. It's going to be... yeah. If you haven't seen it, you definitely should get on that while it's, still in theaters. It's going to be in theaters for a while, but...
If you consider yourself to be a Marvel fan and you haven't seen this movie yet, shame on you. Everyone needs to see it at least once or 20 times, whichever you prefer.
Probably 20. Not gonna lie.
It's amazing. I can't find one thing wrong with it. We've tried. We've legit tried to think, okay, they could have maybe done this better, or maybe if they did this instead, we can't. We actually can't.
It's literally nothing major. It's like small, nitpicky things that just...
Yeah.
You're being nitpicky. Sorry.
The only issue that I had with it was very minor. It was like some of the CGI fight scenes between Killmonger and Black Panther.
But I feel like you'll find that in every movie. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like in any movie you can comment on the CG because there's no such thing as perfect CG.
Which is true, it's just that there's maybe like one or two slight scenes, and again, this is all nitpicking at best. Everything about this movie is pretty fantastic, and honestly, this was a Marvel movie that I was super looking forward to. Yeah, this was a movie I was looking forward to ever since Captain America Civil War, when he was introduced into the MCU movie series. And then immediately after I saw Captain America Civil War, I immediately started picking up the comics and reading more and more about Black Panther and his backstory. And that was it's just an interesting concept to me, to see an African nation be more technologically advanced than any other nation on the planet.
And the way he gets his powers is very unique compared to other superheroes that we've seen.
He doesn't get bitten by a spider.
And he's not like just... I mean, he's got money, but that's just not the sole reason he has all these cool, gadgets and everything.
Kind of the reason he's got the suit, but I don't think he
got the
pays
suit,
for the
but
suit.
got the suit, not how he got the powers.
He's a
So.
king, and he's richer than Bruce Wayne.
And Tony Stark combined times like 2. I mean, he's
Yeah.
the richest.
He also, the accent is really nice.
I really liked the colors and the setting, and just everyone was so pretty, and
I liked how we finally had a fight scene without any animal deaths. Thank
was
you.
very
Yeah,
nice.
that too. It's just kind of like, oh look, that rhino's charging him. Oh, I'm just gonna pin him
like-
here underneath
it's like,
this piece of
you
debris.
stay.
It's like,
Stay.
stay.
which is a lot nicer than what he did in the comics with the same rhino.
This is why we don't talk about the comics on this channel very often. But no, it was just nice because, the one guy calls the rhinos in, it's all like, no, you shouldn't even be fighting at this point, and he's like, no, not gonna hurt them, you stay over there pinned under that, you good? Okay, I'm gonna go stop the rest, and, that one rhino's like, no, I like this woman, I'm going to give her a kiss, which is adorable, which is what happened.
I really liked the fact that, he looked around and saw the fact that this is not the Wakanda he wanted, this wasn't what he wanted at all, and he actually, gave up, and he threw down his weapons, and everyone that was fighting with him just kind of followed suit, leaving only T'Challa and Killmonger to fight each other.
The best character, by far, in that movie was Shuri.
Yes.
Come on
Yep.
now.
Mhm.
Every line, every just emotion was just spot on perfect. And, she said the greatest line ever I've ever heard in a movie ever.
Oh look, another broken white boy for me to fix.
That was just,
Us.
it was beautiful. It was just beautiful.
It was great. And their sibling relationship was incredibly realistic. Not that I have an older brother. I don't. So I can't say from experience.
I do. I envy Shuri. Let's just leave it at that.
And I'm the oldest in my household.
How do you not love her? Sneakers. Come on, sneakers. I didn't get that at first, and then it hit me a second later. I'm like, oh my god, that's such an awesome, clever pun.
And just, when she told, Ross that she made the flight thingy, the plane. I don't remember the
That
word.
simulation
Yeah.
thing, yeah.
Made it American for him.
I mean,
American.
that was awesome.
Americanized it.
Yep.
I loved Watson in the movie. Yes, I call him Watson. If you don't know why, shame on you.
I also really enjoyed with Killmonger's suit that it had the black leopard printing, noticeable on the face, but it is on the entire suit. It's a reference to, in the comics, Killmonger actually has a pet leopard named Prey, and for a couple months in the comics, they changed Black Panther's name to Black Leopard, and that was a reference to that too, and I thought it was really clever. The ending scenes, the one that hit really close to home right now.
Oh god, that post-credit scene speech.
It was very powerful, and we should probably listen to it for ourselves, just with kind of the climate of the world.
I mean, this movie really touches on subjects that are happening today, and it definitely hits home. It's just a shame that people who have the ability and power to, help change these things don't.
Yeah, and that's kind of why Killmonger especially was both a good villain and a very relatable villain for...
He's a very good antagonist.
Yeah, because he's more of a tragic individual rather than like, oh, I'm being evil for evil's sake. No, he has legitimately good reasons for doing what he's doing. It's just not really the correct way to go about doing things, and that's why T'Challa's fighting him over those very reasons, because Killmonger became the very thing that he hated. He just didn't fully realize it by going about in different tactics.
I also think that because of Killmonger, T'Challa kind of decided to open up Wakanda to help the rest of the world, which also made him, like, an agent of change, I guess? Which makes him a better villain. And he and Nakia got back together, which was good.
Oh my god, let the ship sail on! Let the ship sail on forever!
But can we also appreciate another really good character in this movie, M'Baku?
I love M'Baku! He's so great! Just starts, like, barking at him. You don't talk here!
I'd like to point out that I pointed out I liked him before anybody else did. In the theater, did I not say that he's oddly likable from the get-go? I will feed you to my children! Just kidding, we are vegetarians.
And I had a good laugh being vegetarian. And then they were fishing, so they're at least pescatarians. So.
That's what I am!
Random tangent.
Hey, yeah, learning more about us too, why not? We love Black Panther, I mean, look at our shirts. Black Panther shirt!
We're twinning again, we've been doing this for a while. That chase scene in Korea was nice.
Yeah.
I mean, I want one of those car things.
That would be nice, cool. Maybe I wouldn't be afraid to.
I also like how half the movie kind of seemed almost James Bond-esque, where T'Challa's entering, like, his sister's science lab, and she's going around showing him all the different gadgets, like he's about to go on a spy mission, and that's really cool. Then it immediately goes to a car chase later on after they come across Claw, who is...
He made it rain in that one scene.
It's like, I made it rain!
Okay, but can we all take a moment to appreciate Okoye, because we haven't mentioned her at all yet, and she is freaking glorious.
I mean, yes.
She's just... yes.
I mean, bow down.
Yes.
Bow down. I mean, if you're not afraid of her on some level, there's something wrong with you. I mean,
I was quite intimidated.
How can you not be? I mean,
it was a good intimidated, though.
Yeah, no.
I enjoyed being intimidated.
I mean, when I see her, I just want to bow.
It's like, that's empowerment that I want to see.
Powerful.
She even made her man submit to her. That was awesome.
Yep, she did. I also really liked her just kind of, like, whirling her spear around in the club. Just, like, the music with that and just the way she was doing it, I was enjoying it a lot.
Also, another thing that I liked in this, just as a Marvel movie overall, is that there was the right amount of comedy in it. Like, they threw it in, like, just one scene where Nakia comments on, whipping the weave back and forth. I mean, it was fun. It was so well placed, and they just do that throughout the movie, whereas other Marvel movies, it's a little oversaturated, like the comedy aspect, and it's kind of like, okay, we get it. Okay, Disney, you can kind of stop. We know you're there.
Then Shuri referencing the Vine, what are those?
Oh my god. Who didn't laugh in the theater when that happened? But it's like, it does it the right amount. Like, we don't get too much comedy. It's not too dark. It's just like the right amount of both.
It keeps it lighthearted enough, but also keeps it serious enough that you can enjoy it for both reasons.
You're laughing at something, you know, Shuri said, and then next thing you know, we have...
You're feeling things.
Zuri. Yeah, then you see what happens to him, and you're like, okay, feels. All of the feels. So
Uncle
it's...
James. There's a
So.
roller coaster of emotions. Can we talk about the second end credit scene too? Where I accidentally developed a ship that I probably shouldn't have because Shuri's a teenager and Bucky's like 100.
I was gonna say, Bucky is old, son!
He doesn't look it, but he is. And she's like 16 and I'm over here like, I ship it. I shouldn't, but I ship it. And they had like a line of interaction. See, I told you in the last video that this was a problem I had, and here we are.
I mean, as soon as somebody shoves someone into a vending machine, I just start shipping them right away. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, watch our last video.
Overall, I think this movie, 10 out of 10, 11 out of 10, it's so good.
I gave it a 24 out of 10.
I gave it a 12 because references. It's used like 3 times. I have a problem. I like 12s now. Kind of wish that we had gotten a little more of Killmonger's girlfriend. She seemed like she would have been a neat character had he not killed
that
her.
thing that's actually probably the problem I have. I think that's kind of why I'm not as sympathetic to Killmonger as maybe most people would be. I get his backstory. He has a very unique backstory, and yeah, he kind of really got screwed over. But he totally used that girl's emotions against her, and then just shot her in cold blood. And I'm like, that's not okay. Like,
Does she even have a name?
no, I don't think she does.
He called her the Bonnie to his Clyde, but I don't think she had a name, and she seemed like she was really interesting, and we got nothing.
Yeah, we got like, hey, I'm here, and she's dead. Maybe they were trying to do that so we're not so sympathetic towards him. If that's true, good on you. Good on you, Marvel.
I didn't see any, like, fresh scars, so did he just not get to scarify himself for his latest kill?
He didn't have enough time between that and getting to Wakanda.
I mean, he had to do some flying. He just, like, pull his pant leg down.
Autopilot! That's a thing, right?
I don't think that plane was quite tech enough for that, but I'm sure he can look away from the sky for, like, 0.2 seconds to just jab a knife into his thigh or something. Just don't hit an artery.
I'm not gonna lie, I was so happy when Claw got killed. I was like, yes! Finally! Please! Anybody! Shoot him! Seriously.
Cut to the fish.
I hated him so much. Ugh. As all the Claw fans, like, he was the best character ever! No, he wasn't.
See, I definitely enjoyed him as a villain, but playing the character that... Andy Serkis playing the character that he was playing played it really well as, like, the scummy villain that nobody's supposed to like. And he played it both in a fun tone, but still scummy enough that it's like, yeah, I fucking hate this guy.
I also liked the fact that at Warrior Falls they do, like, the challenge day. That's cool. So it's not like a total monarchy, like a complete hereditary monarchy. That's kind of
it's cool that people can, like, hey, if you're head of this tribe, you want to offer up a challenger, go for it.
I also like the fact that Shuri raised her hand. Like, this corset is really uncomfortable. Also, I liked her outfit.
I really liked the Queen Mother, too. I loved how she portrayed her.
Ramonda was amazing. She was so proud, but also at the same time willing to humble herself if she, like, needed to do so.
She was like how a queen should act.
I've heard that people in some cases would have preferred her over Halle Berry as Storm.
Angela Bassett?
Yeah. I think the comparison was that she has white hair in this movie, and Storm is a renowned X-Men character who has white hair, so...
I mean, it wasn't Black Panther and Storm, weren't they married in the comic for a
For
while?
6 years before they got an annulment. Also, Shuri flipping off her brother, and Ramonda being like, Shuri. He's like, sorry, mother.
Going back to the challenge, kudos to those people for standing on those really steep cliffs, because I am terrified of heights.
I kind of wonder at Warrior Falls if the people that are on the cliff actually have to climb up or climb down from the top or the bottom. How do they get there?
I mean, it looks like, kind of like the route that M'Baku took. It almost looks like some of them came in through caves. They were just hiding underneath the falls.
Come on, that was hilarious. Hi, I summoned my dog! Good point. Such a good movie.
It's so great.
It should get nominated for something.
It should win all of the things. But that's got like a whole other year, and by then Infinity War will be out. Like, Black Panther is breaking all of these records right now, and it's so amazing and probably going to last until May.
I mean, let's face it though, it's not hard to break Justice League's records.
Black Panther made more money in 4 days than Justice League did in 3 months. So we hope you enjoyed the latest edition of Idiocy on the Book of the Internet.
Keep us bookmarked by liking our videos, subscribing to our channel, and following us on Facebook.
And stay tuned for our next chapter.
Okay, stop all that nonsense.